talk about it. It's another topic that we're gonna hit.
I'm infuriated. This is a visceral game, and sometimes it's not a game at all. Shallow fake. I didn't need that on top of the shallow fake. You go back to second grade. Remember being on the bus. Hopefully my father wouldn't hit me.
I just want to remind people too that the street will be having a live blog with Eric.
All right. Ah, Mr. James Bond, I believe. Yes?
No, the, name is Bland. James Bland. B-L-A-N-D.
You may call me Dr. Yes.
Y-E-S?
Yes.
Oh. Well, Dr. Yes.
Yes?
I was just doing a little daydreaming behind the wheel.
Yes.
Well, what I mean is I'm not really Secret Agent 007 and 7/8 at all.
Yes, but you see, when you step into the taillight zone, anything can happen.
Yes, anything could happen, and it was about to happen to me. As the world's greatest secret agent in the power of the world's greatest villain, the insidious Dr. Yes.
Now, 007 and 7/8, we're going to put you to the test. This airfield is my secret base, where we torture and torment.
People?
Oh, good heavens, no, that's against the law. Automobiles.
Yes, there was a Tesla. Two people inside. Never got out. Caught on fire.
Hello, my name is Mike Swanson. I run the website wallstreetwindow.com, and let's talk about Tesla. Let me ask you something about the car. How many times in the past year have you seen a news story about a Tesla car exploding or some sort of computer malfunction? Now, it's true that fans of the car say that these incidences don't matter, that they're all due to driver error. And maybe that's true. However, they also say that the Tesla stock is a great investment and that it's going to go up and you need to buy it. And on that, they're completely dead wrong for two reasons. First of all, the fundamental story for Tesla that has been told to us by Elon Musk and his predictions for what this company would do in the future has proven over and over again not to come to fruition. The company has not executed on its past promises. It's not turned the earnings and profits and revenue growth that it's promised, and it's taken some strange steps. For example, it's pretty much closed almost all of its car dealerships. Now, Musk has claimed he's doing that so he can just sell the cars online and to cut costs. No denying he needs to cut costs because the company has succeeded in racking up massive debt. In fact, it now owes over $11 billion in debt. And caused people to wonder about the long-term viability of the stock and for anyone to even make an investment in it. personally, I don't think you should. I don't think anyone should. I think people in the stock should actually sell it. But it's just been such a bizarre thing to witness how this has unfolded. If you can think back to last year, there was a moment in time in which the stock shot up to around $340 on Musk tweeting that there was someone that could possibly come out and buy the entire company. There are hints that he seemed to have made that Saudi Arabia would do this. It was pure fantasy, and it of course didn't happen, and the stock came back down. And tweets such as that, among others, caused Musk to get in big trouble with the Securities Exchange Commission. It looks like they're in the process of settling some of their disputes. But that's the fundamental story. And of course, the company is going to face greater and greater competition from larger and profitable car dealerships as they get into this electronic driving vehicle market themselves. Well, let's talk about the second real reason I think this is a stock to sell and even to bet against. And I'm actually doing that. Now, take a look at the chart, and you'll see that Tesla has spent well over a year going sideways with big swings up and down from about $245 had been support with around $340 as resistance for well over a year. Those big swings up and down, they attract day traders. They attract people that just like to play with short-term trading accounts on Robinhood or other online brokers. And it's even brought the attention of the fast money guys on television. When there'd be a big swing up, they'd get really excited about it, and they would almost have to talk about it because the viewers were so fascinated by these swings. They want to know, they want to hear about it. But what has happened in the past couple of weeks that's brought my attention to making bets against the stock is that it broke through the $245 critical support level when the company just last reported earnings. And then within days they announced they had to raise more money because of this crazy debt load that they generated. But this is a classic topping pattern. If in my work I call it a stage 3 top, and that leads to a bear decline in the stock that can last for years. Ultimately, I believe this stock is actually going to go to zero because I believe this company, Tesla, is going to go bankrupt. Now, on the short-term chart, this situation with what happened on the earnings report is easier for you to see. And when the stock broke support of that $245 within a few hours or a day or two, I tried to actually short the shares to bet against the stock. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the shares. The broker didn't have them available. So I decided to go in the options market and do what is called a bear call spread. This is where you sell a call at one strike price and then buy a call above that strike price to hedge the call you sold, and you make a profit on the difference between the two. It's a credit swap on expiration. So that's what I'm doing. It's just a trade I got on. It's a small trade I got on. It's not a big position for me. It's just something I thought I would do for fun because it's fun when you can see an opportunity in the market like this, a trade that lines up and make some money from it. And that's what I'm about doing and trying to help you do that as much as possible. But a lot of people right now, frankly, are asking me about the stock market, the tariff situation, and I'm not going to go into all the details about the tariffs, but I just want to tell you really quickly that the stock market had a tremendous rally that came after a 20% decline last year. And the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ rallied back up to the highs of last year without any significant pullback at all. It got extremely overbought, the stock market, and by the RSI indicator, the RSI went over 70, which is actually a rare event for the stock market averages. And to make a long story short, when a market goes up like that and gets that overbought, you've got to expect a period of either sideways consolidation to work off the overbought condition to set the stage for move higher, or a correction. And most corrections are roughly about 10%. We haven't seen the market pull back 10% from its highs, but it could easily happen because this tariff situation is not resolved, and it's not going to be resolved one way or the other, probably for another 3 weeks or so. So I think we're kind of in this pattern now where there's not great upside potential in the market. Yes, it's going to have an up day and a down day, and these swings are fascinating people, just like the swings up and down in Tesla fascinated people for the past couple years. But I really don't see at the moment much to really do myself in the stock market, except let's just wait a couple weeks and let this tariff thing roll out and look for some small trades here and there. And there are, of course, things breaking away from the stock market action. Gold in particular has come alive, but I just wanted to share with you this Tesla idea. And Tesla, it's probably something I will try to short the shares again, because ultimately in the next couple of years, I think they're going to go to zero. And I think they can, shorting means betting against the stock. And I would look at the 310 level on the stock as a potential stop loss point. If I was able to, say, short the stock immediately right now, that's where the 200-day moving average, 150-day moving averages are at. My book explains in more detail why those are important indicators and how to use them to interpret what's going on with a stock or an ETF or a financial market in general. But just wanted to share my thoughts on Tesla with you today, and we'll talk again later.